Okay, in this video I will show you how to work with different shortcodes and elements to create your pages. We have a page called VC Elements, which stands for Visual Composer Elements. I will make this page into a draft, that way nobody can access it from the live side. However, it can stay in the backend to help you find different elements. Let's do the visibility section first. So we will do, draft. Okay. Well, actually, never mind. We'll do it at the very end because I still want to show you how it works. This is the page basically. As you can see, we have all of the styles for different headings that you have an option of selecting, kind of to show you where the images will be placed if you place them right into the content. You also have your list, unordered and ordered, general paragraph style, divider line, quote, bold text, italic text, the action blocks that I showed you on the home page, which is missing a picture, which we can insert, all of your buttons with different positioning, the two types of dividers, gray and orange, the videos from YouTube and from Vimeo, your mission statement boxes, and the icon boxes here. So let's go back. As I showed you before, the general text content is entered into a text block, and you do that by clicking on plus and selecting text block. To edit it, you just click on the pencil and it will come up with everything that's in that box. So as you can see, here are the headings, and they change right here in this drop down, and then below all of the other options that you can do with the general text editor. Now if you need to add another element, all you have to do is come either to the plus here, or you can do it as a completely new row by clicking on the bottom here. So what I wanted to show you is how to add, for example, a separator, which is the two lines we have, the gray and the orange. And you can actually select different colors, but it defaults to the gray, and then you can also see the orange below it for the color. There's all these other options that kind of by default come with this Visual Composer plugin that you can select. And then below that you can choose the alignment of the divider, the type of the divider. What we have here is the dotted one, that's the one with the dotted. You can also, of course, select the border, which would be a solid line, and then the dashed and other ones. The thickness of the actual line, and if it stretches full width of the screen or just part of it, which will be always centered on the page. So if you select 50%, it will be 50% of the page centered on the page. Generally it defaults to 100. So then you just click on save. Here you'll see those here show up, and if you ever wanted to delete it, all you have to do is click on the trash can icon. And if you wanted to duplicate it exactly the same, you can click on the duplicate, and then you can drag this actually anywhere you want. Let's go ahead and delete this one and update the page. Since we added it all the way to the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and refresh the page and scroll. Too far. And here's our line. Here it is. So very simple to do. Now, a word about elements that have multiple elements within it. So for example, your action blocks, which would be these, you have to enter the main shortcode first, which is this one here. So you click on this. It will tell you if it has any settings or not. And then within that shortcode, you will add each individual element. So the way it works is, again, you click on the plus, you select the main shortcode, action block, and then you click on the plus within that shortcode to add in each individual block, which then gives you an option to enter all of the settings for it. One thing to mention is you can drag the whole block and change positioning of it if you ever wanted to do that, which is great for page building in case you placed an element in the wrong place or you're just playing around with the look of the page. Let's go ahead and delete this. So the same rule goes for the icon blocks. Well, actually, no, icon blocks can be added one by one. But the same goes for the mission blocks, I believe. Where are they? Oh, statement blocks is what they're called. So here's the main widget, and then within that you will add the statement blocks, which then lets you choose the color, the orange or the blue, and then add the content within this box here. Now, if you wanted to create columns in the page, you can also do that. Click on this plus and create a row first. Then you can hover over this icon here and select pre-selected, or you can create your own custom columns. So let's do 2, and then within each column you can add the same elements that will be available for just a full width page. That's why the buttons and the icon blocks are entered here in the 3-column layout. So we'll see this over here. Here's the 3 blocks. So that's pretty much simple to do. To do the video, you would do a video player shortcode. Then you would select or add the link to the video, which could be Vimeo or YouTube. Select the width of the video. What we have on the page currently is 100%, but I think it's a little too big. I usually go with 60 or 70%. The aspect ratio, I don't mess with it, and then the alignment, most of the time it's going to be centered, I would think. And then you just save. Let's delete this, delete this. The rest of it is just the buttons, different options. So basically this page will be here for you to help you help you as a reminder when you're building your pages. You can build as many pages as you want on this website. All you have to do is click on add new here, or if you're already on the page, add new here. So you're not limited. You can create a page with the banner like we have the home page and all the other pages. Or if you choose to, you can just have the main header without the banner, which I think looks fine as well. And the last thing I wanted to show you is where we use the columns to build your pages, which would be your product pages. Again, here you can see the 2 different columns I use for descriptions and other information. It helps to use columns because the font is pretty large and you have a lot of content, so it shortens the page quite significantly and it's more user-friendly this way. Alright, I think this covers all of the elements on the site.